Welcome to another episode of the podcast. My name is Monroe. How you guys doing? Hopefully you're doing well. When I travel, I'll definitely have to be more disciplined so I can get these podcasts out not only on time, but also in a more structured manner. So you might hear a dog in the background, and that's because I'm recording this in a living room. So that is what it is. I have something written down that I want to talk about, but it has nothing to do with how I'm feeling and what's going on in this life. But I just think it's valuable, and it's something I have written down, and we will explore this in more detail. So look at this as like a part 1 of 2 or something. And it's about the creativity formula. It's important to teach what you know, and don't forget what you know, which is a lot. And you have to ask yourself, where do you feel most creative and stimulated? Where do you feel most creative and stimulated? For me, it's the gym, or going for a walk, or talking on the phone with some of my artist friends, or being on an airplane trapped in this little box-like environment in the sky where it's just you and your thoughts. That I feel most creative when I have these borders around me and these restrictions around me. It's a small sandbox, and in that little pocket, there's room to be creative. How do you come up with your ideas? For me, I make lists and I study other content. I free write so I can see my own thoughts. I meditate and I allow my mind to wander. Ask yourself, how do you come up with ideas? How have you done it consistently in the past? And how do you judge a good idea from a bad idea? For me, good ideas are fully formed. Good ideas do not interrupt you. Good ideas run on their own. And a complete idea is always good. Bad ideas to me is more like, it's like something malleable. It's not, the silhouette isn't clear. The shape isn't really a shape yet. It's more nebulous, right? That's not necessarily a bad idea. I guess in a way there's no bad ideas. It's just the start of a good idea, but it's not a good idea yet. So how do you judge a good idea from a bad idea? And I think this is quite crucial. With whom do you feel the most creative around? I love recording podcasts. One of my best friends, Dave, brings out the best in me, whether he knows it or not. I feel very creative around him. Truthfully, I'm mostly alone, and I don't really have muses. I've had muses in the past, but I work really, really well with people that I don't have a lot in common with, people that challenge my ideas, people that are not the same type of thinker or creative as me. I feel the most creative around other creatives. What conditions are typically present when you're in flow states? For me, deep breathing, having my heart rate up, once again, riding on an airplane, and recording a podcast. Great ideas come out and I'm able to flow. And the last thing I want to leave people is to create a list of opposites, things that turn you off if you want to figure out what turns you on, things that write a whole list of bad ideas, and a good idea will come out of it. So I just think that's interesting. This is the creativity formula. I didn't create this. I forgot where I ripped it off. I'll try to remind you guys in the future. Look at this as a part 1 of 2, the creativity formula. I love you guys so much. Send me a DM, email me, knives@indiedarlings.net, tweet me at Knives Monroe. Subscribe to my YouTube, Knives Monroe, Medium, all the things. Subscribe to this podcast, rate it 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, and let me know about your creativity formula. I'm deeply fascinated by these questions. Hear this episode again if you have to, and share it. Send it to someone that you think can get something out of it. And if you're ever hitting a writer's block, or if you're in a rut, just remember what your formula is and how you've always done it and how you'll continue to do it in the future rather. And I think you can take that with you and do some miraculous things. I love you guys. Keep a force field around your heart, and I'll see you guys on the other side.